Danny Treviño.
Danny Treviño.
Treviño, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, Danny Treviño, what happened about 1973, I think it was, 72, 73. He was with his girlfriend, and you know, they were parked and they were arguing, according to police reports. And somebody called the police. The police showed up, and you know, she was getting out of the car, and he reached over to grab her and pull her back in. The police thought he was going for a gun, and they shot him and they killed him. This happened in West San Jose, and that was a big thing about it. You know, police brutality, excessive force, stuff. A lot of people were an uprising on it. And the thing about it is that when Danny Treviño got killed, people were calling my house, talking to my mother. My stepfather and my mother and my brothers, their last name is Trevino. And they were calling her and asking if I was okay. And she says, yeah. And he says, why? Oh, I was just asking. She said she got numerous phone calls. And then my mom asked me about those phone calls. I said, yeah, well, there's this guy that's in San Jose. His name's Danny Treviño. Because a lot of people didn't know my last name. They thought my last name was Trevino. And I said, they probably think it was me, Mom. And she said, oh, that's probably is. And she looked into it and she found out Danny Treviño is a cousin of ours. I didn't know that until after he was killed. But those protests and stuff, they try to get what they call a committee to overlook police brutality and stuff like that. That only went on for about a year, and then kind of faded away. You know, a lot of stuff didn't come out of it after that. You know. And I think it's because, you know, if it was a black guy, you know, they'd go on and on and on. But, you know, the raza is really passive, man. You know, very, very passive. Matter of fact, they got there's a saying we joke about the Chicano movement. They say, well, you know, the people ask what happened to the Chicano movement. I said, oh, well, you know what? The Chicano movement has been canceled, man. They decided to throw fiesta instead. But yeah, that's what happened with Danny Treviño. I said, my mom was getting a lot of calls.
Wow.
And that's how. Okay. During the conference in Cochella, the Farmworkers Conference, you know, Black Berets were asked to do security over there. Okay, we were expecting the National Guard to go down there, and also the Hells Angels to go over there and disrupt the whole conference. So we had one of the guys walking around, you know, in a little shaving kit. Had 5 sticks of dynamite wrapped up with about 5 rolls of electrical tape with nails, bolts, nuts, everything, and they had a 10-second fuse. His job was, the Hells Angels came in, light that, throw it, and when it blows up, it's supposed to blow up above them, so all the shrapnel will go down. That was one of the Black Berets was doing that. He was just walking around the whole conference. Nobody knew what he had. But that was, I think that should be told. You know, it's been over 50 years since that incident. So. But that's stuff we used to do. You know, we used to Black Berets. We trained in martial arts. We trained in self-defense. We'd go up to a place we called it Aztlan, 73 acres up on Mount Madonna, and we'd train in guerrilla warfare. And we teach our women how to shoot guns, how to take them apart, how to clean them. We'd teach them martial arts. We'd show them how to fight. You know. our women, they're our strength. You know, they were just supporting the revolution.
They weren't there to cook. They were there to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, our women were bad. You know, they were there alongside with the right in the front lines. You know, and you know this is a lot of the Black Berets are trained in martial arts. And it was, some of us continued, some of us didn't. But the training that they received, training with knives, arms, pistols, rifles, guns, you name it, you know, we trained them in everything we could. You know, because there was a revolution that was gonna happen here. But no, remember earlier, I mentioned about how they kill a movement, how they kill an organization, how they kill it. It's government. That's what the government did. Especially on the Chicano movement, they created all these programs, got all these leaders, gave them big salaries, funded them for 10, maybe 15 years. They lost faith with the community. People would call them sellouts, vendidos, man, you're a coconut, man, you sold your people out. You cut the funding. Where are they at now, man? The government's not stupid. And another thing I could say about the Black Berets, we've never been infiltrated. You know, there wasn't, back in the 60s and 70s, you would hear very little about us. Very, very little about us. Not people knew who we were, but they didn't know what we were about.
Why do you think that was?
Because I like to call ourselves the special forces of the Chicano movement, the elite group. Matter of fact, Reies Lopez Tijerina, the Alianza courthouse raid. Have you heard of that?
I haven't.
Okay, Reies Lopez Tijerina, he was fighting for Spanish land grants in New Mexico. He wanted the government to honor all the Spanish land grants that were taken away from all the, from the indigenous people over there. What he did is an Alianza. He went to Alianza and he went with a group of armed men, and he arrested he did a citizen's arrest on the judge. He shot the sheriff, and one of the guys that went in there, his name was Baltazar Martinez, he went in strapped with dynamite and a cigar. And
the fuse right there.
okay, and you know, and they arrested the whole courthouse and everything, and they took off into the hills, you know, and then they were out looking for him. You know, everybody, Reies got arrested, and a lot of people got arrested. The last person to get arrested was Baltazar Martinez. Baltazar Martinez was up in the hills. They sent the National Guard looking for him. They couldn't find him. He was special forces in the military. So he knew how to evade dogs and stuff like that. And he was up in the mountains in Nuevo Mexico. And he evaded the authorities until the governor put a reward out on him. When he got the reward, when that reward was out on him, he turned himself into his grandmother. His grandmother collected the reward. He got married with that money, and he invited the governor. Baltazar Martinez, he was a Black Beret.
Intelligent man.
Hmm?
Intelligent man.
He was a Black Beret.